Alright, so looking at SLP, if we come down to the 4 hour, it looks like, yeah, this is not looking good. The squeeze bearish momentum has basically reset and we're starting to push back down to the downside. We're not seeing too much selling volume, but I believe the weakness in Bitcoin right now, not having a strong bounce from 39.5, is really, giving SLP a hard time. If we come over to the daily, this is where I'm going to be focusing most of my analysis on, because right now I see a macro trend going on, and I really don't want to focus too much on the 4 hour at all. So in the past couple of videos, I believe it was 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I was talking about once we broke out of this asymmetrical triangle, how I have a price target down here. We were predicting a 19.5% drop. We've come down pretty strongly. We've almost filled it. We're only 6% of the way away from it now. And from this wick down here, I mean, we were only 4% away from it. Is this good? Could we be bottoming at the 786? We could be. But looking at the daily squeeze momentum indicator, we're still accumulating bearish momentum to the downside, which is not a good sign. If we come over to the daily and look at the MFI and the RSI, the money flow indicator is very overextended right now at 50. And while we do have a series of higher lows, we've got a bottom down here at 12, 34, 39, and we could potentially be putting in another bottom down here at 48. If we start tearing through this 786 fib, then I have to assume that the lows are going to be coming to get swept. That would be indicative of another 43% drop on SLP, so not looking too good. That is the MFI, still in an uptrend, but I believe this will be invalidated after we break below, if we break below 1.56 cents. So keep your eyes on 1.56 cent. I've said this a few times. I've said this in my past couple of weeks of videos. I said this when we were down here on the 13th of March. If 1.56 doesn't hold, then we're going to come down and sweep the lows. We backtested it once. Coming back down to backtest it again is not the end of the world, but a daily close below 1.56, I have to assume another 43% drop is in the cards. If we look at the RSI, very similar story. We've got lower lows down here, or we've got lows. We've got higher lows, higher lows. So in theory, we're still looking okay, but this 786 needs to hold. We need to have a strong bounce from it. I mean, I don't want to overcomplicate this analysis and draw like 1,000,001 fibs and say, oh, if we hold this, I mean, we've invalidated this anyway. But I mean, really, this is the only fib I can focus on in the short term anyway. And this is your 786. This is the most macro fib we can run off right now. We can run off some smaller moves, but I really want to talk about this fib we've got going on right here, because I think a daily close below 1.56 is the nail in the coffin for SLP. Not what I want to see, not what I want to talk about. Nonetheless, this is what the momentum indicators are showing me. The RSI and the MFI still do look good, but the momentum indicators are telling me I'm about to invalidate that uptrend that you're talking about right now. So like I said, if we do bottom at 1.56, so be it. A daily close below 1.56, I have to assume the lows are going to get swept. That's a 43% drop like I saw. And this is really the point where we need to see the squeeze mom starting to head up, and we're not seeing that. We're seeing bearish momentum continue to accrue to the downside. So not looking too good right now. It is not just SLP, it's the entire market. If we look at what's going on Bitcoin right now, I've been predicting this for the past week, that Bitcoin is going to come down from 43,000, come down to 39.5 and have a strong bounce. I was right about Bitcoin coming down to 39.5. So far, I haven't been right on the strong bounce, which is worrying. We're not seeing a reverse in momentum. Momentum is continuing to pick to the downside, even in the lower time frames. Selling volume is increasing, bearish momentum is increasing. We keep on running into the short-term moving average of this EMA ribbon, and we keep on getting rejected. So Bitcoin's not looking good. Could we be coming down to sweep the lows for Bitcoin? Potentially. I don't want to talk about that until Bitcoin breaks below 39,000. 39,000 is my absolute last line in the sand. I cannot draw a single more line in the sand. Like, keep this in mind. If we break below 39.5, put in a daily and a weekly close, below 39, not 39.5. If we start putting in weekly closes below 39,000, which is, approximately another 2, 3, 4, 5 days away. In 5 days' time, if we're below 39,000, I have to assume that Bitcoin is going to have a absolutely diabolical rally to the downside. Then I have to assume that this is your best case scenario for SLP. I mean, best case scenario, if Bitcoin's coming down very harshly, then SLP is going to come down 46% at least. So all in all, keep your eyes on 1.56. I'm gonna have alerts set. I would be glued to the chart if I was heavily invested in SLP right now, because I think a move below 1.56 is the nail in the coffin. If we have a large reversal from the 786 and start pushing up again, once again your moon line is this 618 / local high that we've got up here at $2.60. Not $2, 2 cents 16. So for me to be bullish, we need to break above 2 cent and 2.16 cent. For me to flip more macro bearish, we need to close dailies below 1.56. So two very simple things going on here. I would be considering a short position on SLP if we break below 1.56. That's all I've got. Honestly, not looking the greatest right now, especially how we've fallen out of this mid-term asymmetrical triangle. I think it could get more ugly in the short term. So keep your eyes on 1.56. We need to hold it. If we don't, this could get very dangerous. That is all I see for SLP. Once again, none of this is financial advice. Cowboy out. Peace.